welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. So it's another Saturday, so it's another Cellar Saturday. Definitely trying to commit to this and really enjoying it and getting some good positive feedback, which is cool. And maybe going to make a dent in my cellar, so always a good thing. This was kind of a beer I joked with like the Nerd Sense guys, Matt at Massive, and Keith. Like, yeah, of course, like, probably, solo doming this on film in, like, 15-minute review, right? Because this is a almost 20% bourbon barrel-aged stout from the Bruery. As you can tell from the name of this video, it is Black Tuesday from 2014, and it is specifically 19.7% ABV. It's 1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces. They make a point to say it contains alcohol, so that's good to know. Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. There's a quote. Oh yeah, it's the Black Tuesday quote. On the back, Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. Black Tuesday will age gracefully for many decades of economic fluctuations. Please store and cellar around 55 degrees in a dark place. Ideal serving is about 55. Best enjoyed in a tulip or wine glass. I got a mini tiku. Yeah, let's get into it. It definitely has been stored pretty good. Definitely not direct sunlight, but the 55 degree that they recommend, which is a great temperature to keep beer, is just unrealistic all the time down here. So it has not been ideal that way. But yeah, plus it's 6 years old. I mean, given the heft of the ABV, I mean, I'm not worried about this beer at all. But yeah, let's get into it. Make sure no loose guys are going to fall in when I pour it. Cool. Yeah, let's get into it. Starting it relatively early in the evening to make time for it, essentially. And I kind of actually forgot about this with the beer. For such a huge ABV, when you were pouring, or when I was pouring it, it's dark, but there is brown in it. So like I kind of associate, okay, it's this big stout, it's got that big ABV. It's going to be straight motor oil, but there was some brown while pouring it. In the glass, it's pretty darn black. There's a little bit of brown at the bottom. I assume what you're seeing is similar to what I'm seeing. But yeah, I mean, definitely a black beer, but I guess worth noting there was, some brown hues while pouring and a little bit at the bottom now. Not surprising, especially given the ABV, that the head dissipated quickly. Great mocha head color. The center completely gone. All you see is the liquid, so it's almost like a foam donut. Actually, if you look from the top view, and I am not fancy enough to have a top view that I would cut to right now to show you. And if I tip it, I'll actually spill the beer, so I'm not going to do that. Let's get into the aroma. Surprisingly, at this point, not a lot of ABV coming through. I took it off the shelf and put it in my regular refrigerator for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. So it's got a little chill to it, but it's certainly, again, not the 55 degrees. And it's certainly not, too cold that it would be hiding much of the alcohol. So, like, really surprising there. Nice level of vanilla. Definitely the bourbon's coming through. A little bit of roast, but more like chocolatey, which was really cool. I mean, yeah, you're definitely getting that bourbon. I guess through the bourbon you get alcohol, but what I mean by that is more like, hey Bruno, more like the spirit of alcohol than just like ethanol. Caramel, that's the other thing. Nice caramel. Mixing with that chocolate. The roast is not coffee level, but you can see why they do something like a Mocha Wednesday and add the coffee. Beautiful milk chocolate, also some dark chocolate. Not that I was worried about this beer. I don't think this is a vintage that had like any issues with turning sour or something, being infected. This aroma actually, though, despite all that, is even better than I was thinking. It's a really nice aroma. Let's get to the taste. Cheers. That tastes really good. Wow. That is really good. Kind of looking for the alcohol right now. Hi, buddy. Hi, I love you. I love my Bruno. Um, there's warmth, undeniable warmth. Not getting it on the palate, at least not yet. If I had to pick, I'd rather get the alcohol warmth in the chest than on my tongue. So like, I really appreciate that. A lot of the things I got in the aroma, I'm getting in the taste. There's this smooth, creamy milk chocolate, almost like Hershey's syrup kind of chocolate. But there's some dark chocolate fighting through. You get the bourbon very nicely. I know I'm talking like Kennedy or something. You're okay, bud. Yeah, nice level of vanilla. Hints of coconut that I was hoping for in the aroma and kind of looking for. I didn't really get in the aroma, but it is there in the taste. The second I say the next thing, I don't want people thinking this beer is infected. This is not drinking infected. There is a nice cherry note to it, though, / berries. And I think, and I'm as guilty as anyone, I think when you're drinking a big stout, you say berries, people are like, oh yeah, good, nice, I like that in there. And if you say cherries, your mind jumps to infection. So that's why I kind of wanted to preface that with like, that's not the issue here. But it's lovely. It's not quite sweet enough of a cherry note to make you think chocolate covered cherries. But it's slightly invoking that in the taste. And again, just like the aroma, I shouldn't say little, the little bit of roast you get, you do see, again, with the Mocha Wednesday, where I would add coffee to it. Or did I make that point while drinking it? I mean, maybe the faintest amount of alcohol in the taste. Like right now, as I was kind of like licking the inside of my mouth, it's a little reminiscent to build on the cherry and the alcohol note of like a cough syrup. If it also had a nice chocolate to balance it out. But that's like after the sip, really fighting to find something like that in there. I really like this beer. I mean, this 2014 is 2020 right now, so it's been aging for 6 years. I think it's really good. And the fact that I'm not getting that much alcohol in the taste is phenomenal and kind of amazing given the ABV. It's not like, it doesn't have some creamy, crazy mouthfeel, but like it's medium plus a little bit. The flavors are there. I mean, I'm the vanilla police, and there's never enough vanilla, and this beer doesn't even have vanilla added. But like the vanilla that the bourbon is kicking out, like the amount of bourbon itself, if I forgot to mention that. Let me do one more swig, see if I get anything different, and then we'll wrap this up. It's not overly sweet relative to this, but you do get some of that caramel I got in the aroma. In some ways, it's very candy bar that way because I am getting some caramel. I'm getting that chocolate, obviously. I'm getting a little bit of coconut. I'm getting the vanilla. There is the sweetness. So it isn't, without being like a candy bar stout that has a bunch of adjuncts or something in it, it is invoking that as well. Yeah, I think it's really clear that I'm loving this beer. This was a great day to open this up, and apparently 6 years on this was a sweet spot of sorts. Have you had Black Tuesday before? Have you had other variants? I have, I think, a 2015, and the So Happens It's Tuesday, which is like a small version of this, which is still like 15%. So definitely those will be in my mind of things to crack open at some point, probably on a Saturday. But yeah, this is great. What do you think of this brewery in general? What do you think of the variants, the vintages, anything, everything? Let's get a conversation going. Favorite part of doing these is the conversations, getting to know people. And, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Check me out on Instagram and on Tapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.